Cool. So I'm gonna try and do some video commentary so you guys can have a little more insight into what I'm looking at. So this is from that first 500 piece. You got a nice long slow stroke. Caitlin, if you pause at the end of your stroke, you can see what I mean, where your top line kind of just comes into your chest. That's one thing we're kind of trying to avoid. And then Dion looks pretty solid. Elaine pretty solid, nice and smooth. Elaine, you can get a little bit deeper in the front. I think. I can still see kind of your blade a little bit, so try and really relax that outside arm a little bit more. Okay, so this is the piece, I think, after I told you, Kevin, that I can see your paddle coming out a little bit before everyone else, so make sure you can kind of see what I'm saying. If you pause it, your paddle just comes out a little bit earlier and a little bit higher than everyone else. Caitlin, you got a really nice quick recovery, but you're still doing that kind of like that top arm little flick at the very end. And Elaine, you got a good posture. Just gotta, set it a little bit lower. All right, this is the right side. So actually, the first few strokes there, you can see Dion's getting that really aggressive front splash and that kind of really aggressive recovery. That's what we're aiming for. So I think the rest of you guys were a little bit behind Dion in that one, in most of the start. So be really aggressive with the recovery there. And then if we just kind of compare, like on this side, we look at Jasmine and then Dion. Jasmine, I think you're usually grabbing a little bit early. So I can see like your paddle angle changing a little bit beforehand. Dion's still getting that little front splash thing, which is kind of nice. And Dion's got a nice long stroke through the water. Jasmine, it looks like your pressure is still kind of, you're not fully set all the way down before you start pulling. So you kind of start pulling with a little half a blade. You want to get a little bit, exaggerate how far forward you can get it in the front. Let's see. I think somewhere around here I was telling Kevin to choke up. And Kevin, you can pull a little bit further back. You can see that you're not quite pulling towards your hip. So try and get a little bit more length in the back of your stroke. If you guys look at Dion at the at the recovery, like right before she puts it in, you can see her outside arm kind of like extend, like it's almost like punches out just like a little bit right before it goes down, like as it's going down though. That's just something we can try and imitate.
Your top hand's kind of coming and touching your PFD at the very end. I want it to stay out here.
Timing is off a little bit there for a second. And from here I can actually see Caitlin, so you got like a little rotation kind of forward, but it doesn't look like you quite sit up and square. So I would almost say you want to square up a little bit more at the end of your stroke. I'm okay if you're rotating a little bit, but I think as we talked about earlier today at practice, you're kind of overreaching a little bit. So maybe don't aim to reach as far, but try and get a little bit more solid and try and sit up a little bit taller. And then Kevin, you just want a little bit more pressure throughout the end of your stroke. And oh, timing, there you go. So you're definitely, Kevin, you're a little bit early there.
Top end pretty much just kind of hangs out there.
Timing is still a little bit funky. Kevin, you're definitely a little bit early. Oh yeah, if you're watching this, react on Slacks with a food that starts with the same letter as your name, just so I can see that you watched it. Cool, thanks. In general, it looks like at this point you guys are maintaining like your glide pretty well. Like if you look at the boat, it's definitely not bouncing a whole lot, which is good. So it's good. You want to make sure you're just not dropping down. I don't think any of you guys are like really dropping down on it. So nice job.
That's better.
Yep, as you get a little bit tired, I think Kevin, you're a little bit early again. And then Jasmine, you still just gotta set a little bit lower in the front. If you try and pause the video at the moment where your blade is fully buried, I believe yours is kind of negative. So try and always aim for that positive. It's probably gonna be neutral, but it's good to pause it when you're fully buried just to figure out where you are. Dion's still looking solid.
Alright, keep it up.
Alright, this is kind of the last clip. It's pretty short.
Give that top on pressure.
So Elaine, just make sure you're getting all the way. You can be a little bit more aggressive with that recovery. It's like pretty smooth. Just be a little bit quicker with it. And then Caitlin and Kevin, watch out when you're buried. You want to make sure that you're not negative already. Cool, that's it.